house on Neibolt Street was built atop an old ground well that dates back to colonial days.
Welcome back to your Nerdy Show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master, and today we're diving straight into one of the creepiest, most iconic, and most important locations in the entire It universe, the Neibolt House, also known as the Well House. If you watched It, Welcome to Derry, episode 4, and wondered, why is this busted old house such a big deal? Then buckle up, because its history stretches across King's novel, both movie timelines, and the new series. And trust me, the lore behind this house is way bigger than just being Pennywise's Airbnb. The return of Neibolt House in Welcome to Derry. Episode 4 of Welcome to Derry brought the infamous house back into the spotlight, but the show didn't exactly pause to explain why it matters. From the opening scene, the series made it clear. No hand-holding, no over-explaining. If you don't already know the symbolism of the Well House, the show expects you to catch up. By episode 4, we finally start getting some insight into Pennywise's origins. But even then, Pennywise doesn't appear in the clown form most viewers know. Instead, it's episode 5, fittingly titled 29 Neibolt Street, where the classic clown finally shows up. Episode 4 ends with Tanya warning Dick Halloran that Pennywise can be found near 29 Neibolt Street, prompting the army to storm the house and walk straight into their deaths. Because here's the truth, you don't go into Neibolt House thinking you can corner Pennywise. Pennywise corners you.
The house on Neibolt Street was built atop an old ground well that dates back to...
The house on Neibolt Street, a haunted landmark in King's lore. In the novel, Neibolt House is the location of one of the Losers Club's first real confrontations with it back in 1958. The house itself isn't magical. It's not alive, but it uses it as a hiding spot, a feeding ground, and a trap. But in the 2017 and 2019 films, the writers went all in on expanding its mythology. In the movie universe, the house was built directly over Derry's original well house, the very spot where the first settlers of Derry, the first 91 people, vanished without a trace. All investigators ever found afterward were bloody scraps of clothing leading down into the well. That makes Neibolt the perfect symbolic gateway into Pennywise's domain. It's not just an abandoned building, it's literally sitting on gateway number 1 into the monster's lair, and that's why it keeps coming back across adaptations. Why Neibolt House matters in the 2017 films. The house became iconic in the 2017 film adaptation for several major reasons. Number 1, it's where all of Derry's sewers connect. This detail changes everything. Every sewer line across town meets beneath Neibolt House, making it the literal epicenter of Pennywise's hunting ground. If Derry is a giant circulatory system, Neibolt is the heart. Number 2, it's the site of the Losers Club's first battle inside this house. Doors slam, floors rot, Pennywise emerges in one of the most terrifying sequences in the film. The losers barely escape and break apart for a while because of how traumatizing the encounter is. Number 3, it's the entrance to Pennywise's lair. The well in the basement is the only path to the deeper tunnels where Pennywise sleeps, feeds, and recovers. Beverly's rescue, Henry Bauer's downfall, and the loser's journey to the final fight all happened because of this location. Neibolt House is the gateway to everything. The fear, the trauma, the mystery, and eventually the victory. Neibolt House in Chapter 2, Trauma Revisited. Fast forward 27 years. Pennywise returns, and Bill is the first of the group drawn back to Neibolt House. After witnessing Pennywise brutally kill a child, Bill heads inside, once again confronting the place that traumatized him as a kid. The group later reunites and enters the house together. Pennywise throws everything he has at them, manifesting Stan's decapitated head, warping the rooms, playing psychological games, but the losers push through and descend back into the sewers. This sequence makes something very clear. Neibolt is a doorway, not the home. Pennywise's true nest is deeper underground,
and are now only accessible through the sewers directly beneath that old well.
Does Pennywise actually live under Neibolt House? A lot of fans make the mistake of thinking Neibolt House is Pennywise's actual home. It's not. Pennywise lives in the sewers, specifically in a twisted carnival-like lair beneath Derry. In Welcome to Derry, we literally see his caravan down there. where he stores bodies, stalks victims, and recovers between cycles. Neibolt House just happens to sit on the sewer system's central junction. Pennywise can emerge from anywhere in town, but this house is a convenient hotspot. It's abandoned, it's structurally weakened, it's directly above the old well. It's creepy enough to draw in curious kids, wanderers, and victims. Even Richie mentions that homeless people sometimes sleep inside. That means Pennywise isn't always lurking there. It's just one of his favorite traps. Neibolt House's new purpose in Welcome to Derry. In Welcome to Derry, the house serves a much more strategic purpose. At first, the army thinks the house is a stationary hideout, a place Pennywise returns to repeatedly, so they set up a raid, believing they can trap him. What they fail to understand is the core rule of the It universe. Pennywise isn't bound by doors, rooms, or walls. He isn't even bound by physical form. Neibolt House in Welcome to Derry mirrors its function in the 2017 film. It's a place where humans foolishly believe they have the advantage, only for Pennywise to turn it into a slaughterhouse. But there's a deeper meaning too. 1. It represents Derry's cycles of violence. Every few decades, Derry goes silent, then the killings return. Neibolt House acts as a physical reminder of this cycle. It's the one location that always seems to wake up when Pennywise awakens. 2. It's Pennywise's favorite doorway. The house symbolizes the thin membrane between the human world and its world. When Pennywise wants people to think they're getting close to defeating him, he leads them here. It's not a home, it's a stage.
3. It's a place of collective trauma. The Losers Club, the army, the missing settlers, the children killed over generations. They all connect back to this spot. Neibolt House becomes a psychic scar that never fully heals. How Neibolt House connects all adaptations. No matter the medium, book, film, or TV, the Neibolt House always serves the same narrative role: a false lair, a gateway to the true lair, a trap for the overconfident, a symbol of Derry's forgotten horrors. In the 2017 film, we see Henry Bowers attack the losers in the basement. In Chapter 2, Bill returns alone, only to be psychologically tortured in the same halls. In the show, the military raids the house and meets a brutal fate. Every timeline uses the house to highlight one truth: you can't fight Pennywise on his terms. He controls the environment, he controls the fear, and he controls the outcome. What happens to Neibolt House after Pennywise dies? One of the most satisfying moments in Chapter 2 is the destruction of the house. The moment Pennywise is defeated in the lair beneath, the entire structure begins collapsing. Not just the well, not just the tunnel, the whole house. This collapse isn't a coincidence. It implies that the house was held together by Pennywise's presence, like a rotting shell supported by an evil force. Once Pennywise dies, the house, like a puppet with cut strings, falls apart. Symbolically, it's perfect. The trauma collapses. The cycle ends. The town finally breathes again.
Now they live down here with the crowd.
So what exactly is Neibolt House? After exploring every angle, here's the simplest way to understand Neibolt House. Neibolt House is not Pennywise's home. It's Pennywise's hunting ground. It's the doorway where victims think they're entering the monster's territory, but they haven't reached the real danger yet. The house represents a portal to the sewers, a lure for victims, a battleground where Pennywise has total control, a symbol of Derry's forgotten founding tragedy, a recurring trauma point across generations. It appears in every adaptation because it embodies the central idea of it. Fear is never where you expect it to be. It hides under your home, under your town, under your memories, and it waits.
Ronnie March! Can anyone hear me?
Our nerdy thought. And that's the full story of the Neibolt House and why it remains one of the most important places in the entire It universe. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Derry's darkest landmark, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more horror breakdowns. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and watch out for anything lurking in the sewers.
heck, I'll laugh anyway.